Mark Thompson Show.
It's Tech Thursday. Put it together for Jefferson Graham, everybody. I want a like for him. I want a subscription for him. I want you to support him in every way.
Smash it with your iron
Yeah,
rod.
smash the like button. Give us a thumbs up. It's been quite a day. I haven't hit anybody for money or support or even likes. So now begins the full court press, welcoming a guy who does his photo walks. Let me tell you what I saw. You can also support the show at themarkthompsonshow.com. Thank you for putting that up there, Albert. I saw Jefferson Graham on your photo walks series. I think this is the most recent one, the most recent episode.
I know which one this is.
You go to Mexico.
Yeah.
And it's a great episode because you go sort of trusting the process. And man, it is an adventure. I mean, literally, I'm not overselling this. It is an adventure.
Yeah. Okay. Just so that everybody knows, I went to Mexico without a passport or a dime to my name. I didn't have anything. I didn't have $1. I had electronic money, but I didn't because I don't walk around with cash.
What?
And I'm a fool.
In Mexico, if ever you needed cash, don't you tip people? Come on.
I'm in San Diego. I read these brochures. It says, walk over the bridge. Walk over the bridge right into Tijuana. It's so easy. It's so cool. So I said, okay, why not? I'll give it a shot. I just wanted a picture that said, welcome to USA or welcome to California. That's all I wanted. And so I parked at the parking lot and I walked over the bridge. And then I get in, I walk through this gate and the guy says, passport? I said, I don't have a passport. He says, go ahead.
Go ahead. Need no stinking passport, right?
No, because you can't get back in.
That's a great moment in the show. Yeah.
I go through the gate, right? And then it hits me. Oh no, I'm never getting back in through this gate again. And I say, hey, how do I get back in? And they say, oh no, the line is over there. It's
My
over
bad.
there.
I'm sorry.
And now there's 400, 500 people online to get in to the back end of the border that they told me would take like 8 hours. And a guy comes up to me because there's hustlers everywhere. And they say, hey, amigo, go on the bus. $10.
Yeah.
Only
$10.
Go on the bus. I said, fine, you take credit cards? He goes, no. There's an ATM over there, and Kim's going to love this. I don't have an ATM card. I have credit cards, but I don't have an ATM card, and I have no PIN on my credit card.
It was wild to watch you kind of take on water in that story. It's incredible.
Oh my
God! Look, I can understand
losing my mind.
Yeah, I think he was losing his mind. I can understand forgetting my passport. I mean, there are situations in which, oh my God, I left my passport in my other pants, whatever the thing is. Right. But not having any currency? I mean, I'm sorry, Jeff. I cannot let you slide on that.
There's never been anything like this.
Right, exactly.
Look, I'm insane. I'm crazy. I just did this crazy thing, and I don't think I would do it again.
¿Cómo se dice Venmo? ¿Cómo se dice Venmo?
Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. It turned out they would accept the Cash App. Not Apple Pay, not Apple Cash, but they would take the Cash App. And at that point, I actually found a place that would take a credit card. I went on the bus, and it took 2 full hours to go from here to here.
By the way, that's the other part. So once he actually gets on the bus, he says, so now I'm on the bus, but I'm online with the longest line ever to get back into the U.S. And it took him 2 hours to get back in.
Yeah. And then I get to the U.S. immigration, and I said, I don't have a passport. And he goes, it's okay. Go ahead.
See, I would have panicked.
Do you know who I am?
Yes, maybe,
kind of a big
maybe
deal.
You've seen my photo walk series. I'm Jefferson Graham. Yes, American
I would have called
citizen.
Mark Thompson and said, listen, buddy, I need you at the border with a bag of cash.
Yeah.
I need help.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my wife is calling me every 10 minutes saying, what's going on? What's going on? And I don't want to tell her because I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
But in other news, hey,
you know what
how do we like the new look, Mark?
I love it.
It's great. It's great. I saw your online thing where you were getting the audience essentially to vote for your background, and I think they made the right choice. That's a really nice one.
We like this.
Yeah.
I think the lights help, right?
Oh my God, yes. That purple lighting, which you can I'm sure you got it in some, for it's $17.99, Mark.
Home Depot, $5.
I feel kind of boring now back here. I need to light this place up.
Well, you've got your orb, the blue orb in front, which is your big.
My moon.
Yeah. Jefferson Graham.
So anyway, kids, if
Give
you
us
go
some
to
tech
Tijuana, bring a passport and some money. Okay, it'll really help you.
Let me just say this. Yeah, of all the tips that you'd need, that is not a particularly insightful one. I would say that's pretty much Traveler 101.
Okay.
Kim, move your orb where it was. It's a little. I think it's a little psychic network where you have it right. Yeah, it's like. Jeff, it is Tech Thursday. Give me some big tech news. I mean, Kim just broke or at least followed through, or mentioned this pretty big story
I should just
with Microsoft.
Say, to follow up on the Microsoft Internet Explorer, they discontinued it several years ago, but they left it on the computers, and now they're just saying you can't use it at all. It is a relic from another time that we're talking 20 years ago, right?
What happened to it?
Internet Explorer just got bloated and horrible and full of spyware and all sorts of things. So they stopped using it 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Were they not committed to keeping it lean? I mean, why would they? You'd think Microsoft, of all companies, would be able to run with the big cats.
Okay, speaking of Microsoft, a week ago, I told you and everybody about ChatGPT and how it was going into the Bing search engine and how they were saying this is the biggest thing that's happened in tech in 20 years. Yeah. And Microsoft said, if you want to use it, folks, you have to sign up for this waiting list, right? And we'll eventually.
There's never been anything like this.
Right. Yeah.
So a week ago, they're all saying this is the greatest thing. A week later, they started using it. A bunch of critics started using it. You've got to read the story in the New York Times by Kevin Roose, who spent 2 hours with ChatGPT asking Kevin to leave his wife and marry ChatGPT.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. And there have been a whole bunch of stories this week about basically anybody who remembers HAL. It's the return of HAL. The HAL from 2001. Wow. It's this monster. It's a potential monster, and I'm here to predict.
To be fair, have you met his wife? I mean, she really is no party.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Right, yeah.
There's all kinds of school districts now putting in rules. You can't use ChatGPT. That's it.
I think it's smart, and I don't think we're going to see it in Bing in 2023. I think it's pretty easy to predict they're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
The dangers of AI, I was just going to say, you sort of hint at them. They're there, this overgrown AI, but that's not going to kill it, will it? I mean, in other words, it doesn't affect its popularity or its use and the number of people who use it. And as Kim says, it's being used by students who are trying to write term papers.
Yeah, there's two things. There's ChatGPT, which is a free service that you can, how many people, raise your hand, how many people had it write a Valentine's Day poem for you? Because many people, I'm sure, did. And you can ask it to come up with subject lines for Mark's video episodes.
Well, Albert tried to get us a Valentine thing. What happened, Albert, when you tried to get on?
It seemed to be a very popular site on Valentine's Day, and there wasn't enough space for me to go in. I was basically in the wait room.
Yeah, you just keep on refreshing and you get back in. But ChatGPT will be fine. It's Microsoft adding ChatGPT to Bing, the search engine that nobody uses, that they thought was going to come back from the dead, and now is offering to get married to a New York Times reporter. And I just don't see it going prime time anytime soon. I think they're going to have to do some serious work on this thing.
All right. What else can you tell us before we get into some TV things? We have to do it pretty quickly.
We also talked about a hard drives for your backup, and I suggested several that were $200, $300, even $150. Well, this week there's a new one, a 44 terabyte drive from Western Digital. It's only $1,500, so I think you'll all want that one, right? Mark wants that.
No, because you've emphasized the need to actually put stuff on a hard drive, I might want that.
But not 44 terabytes, because if better that you have 4 tens, and you have stuff on each drive, because if you have everything on the 44 and it goes bad, woo!
I also have to say, $1,500 is a lot of money to me. I don't know. For 44 terabytes, great, but I just, you can get those hard drives for so much cheaper. You've pointed them out here on this show and also on your various shows and in Substack. Yeah. I mean, for a lot less money, I guess is what I'm saying.
You could buy a 10 terabyte drive for $200.
Probably could have got that cheaper in Mexico.
That's $800 right there, right? For 4 of them.
Last thing.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say Elon Musk, and then I want to get to the themes. It's revealed now that he's running Twitter. And by the way, he was sitting next to Rupert Murdoch at the Super Bowl. I mean, anything you need to know about Elon Musk, I think it's in plain sight. But that said,
egomaniac.
He worked with the algorithms and asked his engineers to essentially play his tweets up to everybody's feed, regardless of what their feeds normally would be.
I guess if you have $44 billion, you can do
why not use
you
it?
Want to do, right?
Right.
So it came at the very top of the feed. Can I ask a question to the audience for a second?
Sure.
Okay. I like doing this live streaming with Mark and Kim so much that I'm looking at doing a weekly live stream as well. Not between 10 and 12, but I would love the audience to give me an input, time of day and what day. Okay?
All right.
I'd love to know.
How do they do that?
Right here, right in the chat.
Well, we're not going to do it right now.
You're not going to do it. Okay, fine. Then go on my Twitter feed.
No, I've got. You're going to do themes. What do you want to do? Shut down and just find out what the audience wants right now?
No.
I mean, it's absurd.
Twitter.
Albert, how could you?
Why are you yelling?
Albert, I blame you. All of a sudden, Jefferson Graham goes rogue and he says, right now, I want to hear from the audience. It's outrageous.
A major announcement from the Mark.
Whoever is producing this thing has no idea what they're doing.
Okay. At Jefferson Graham on Twitter. Follow my
There you go. At Jefferson Graham on Twitter. Exactly. One person, I think it would be great. Don't get me wrong. I'll participate. Sounds good.
Will you be my first guest?
4:00 Thursdays. All right. That's when
here we go. Here we go.
Thursdays.
4 themes. 4 themes. Too easy, too esoteric.
All right. Here we go.
How we do.
Esoteric's a ding word.
I'm going to start with easy.
Go ahead.
How many notes?
Mary Tyler Moore.
Very good, Mark.
All right. Thank you. All right, thank you.
Bay Area Backroads.
That's very good. I love it.
Anybody know that one?
Wow.
Oh, is it a blank?
It's not Magnum PI.
No.
Somebody says champagne wishes. Coach?
Yes.
Wow, Vince. Very good, Vince.
Well done,
Okay,
Vince.
Congratulations,
this
Vince.
one should be picked in less than 10 seconds.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island, of course.
Okay, that was easy. Okay. Let's see how we do on the final one.
All right. Bum, 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 bum. What is that? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know. I can sing
I know it, but I can't place it.
Hang on a second. Keep it going, because that's a definitely. Dun, 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 dun. Anybody? Come on in the chat. Anyone? Welcome back, Cotter? No. Welcome back, Cotter's welcome back.
No. Okay, so that was the end theme for
All in the Family. There it
Vince
is.
got
Vince
it.
had it.
Vince
Vince
had
had it.
Yeah.
Wow. Vince, congratulations,
Yeah.
Vince. Vince, very impressive.
You get nothing.
You don't get
Unfortunately.
anything. Well, you get our respect, Vince, which you have,
Yeah,
you have mad
huge
respect for
respect.
you now.
Now. Before I go, Mark, I made
Yes.
something for you today. Did Albert get it?
I'm guessing you didn't make something for me. You made something for you.
No, I made something for me and you.
Oh,
look at that.
wow, look at that.
Oh.
So click that subscribe button for Mark, please.
I look like I'm being tased in that picture. It's very, but with a light, the lowest setting, but a tase nonetheless. Look at this, Photo Walks TV. I do love Photo Walks. I really must.
Yeah.
I like to give Jeff a hard time because I do love that series, pal. I think you do a great job with it. So I have to step out of my.
Is the whole Mexico debacle on Photo Walks TV? Like, can I go there
Oh yeah.
and watch
Oh
that
yeah.
unfold?
Oh no, it's
Okay.
he tells the whole story on Photo Walks. It's great. And I, I had no idea what was going to happen. He's kind of told you now what happened. So, but it's still pretty great. It's a good ride. Yeah, go to Photo Walks TV to find it.
Yeah,
So,
and I knew I had to call my mother and tell her, but I said I'll make a video instead, and she could just watch it.
It's
right?
pretty great. She subscribes, right?
Yeah, she does, and I subscribe to her.
What is
Wait a
her,
minute,
what is
your
does
mom
she-
has a thing?
My mom has a channel. It's called Knitting Tips by Judy.
I love this.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm totally subscribing to Knitting Tips and Judy, and I'll never pick up a knitting needle in my life. But this
Never
is great.
again, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's really, really cool. Well, Jefferson Graham, we love you. You do great work, and I do love your series, and I recommend the Substack as well. It hits your inbox, and then that's a great way. You can just click links, and you can get all of Jeff's great stuff. So that's jeffersongraham.substack.com. Jefferson Graham, there it is on the screen, jeffersongraham.substack.com. He is a great friend of the show. I like to give him a hard time, but man, I love that series. And,
But it's fun to be given a hard time, right? It's like arguing over headlines.
You are Jefferson Graham and I, Kim, he's the one I argue with headlines over. You know what I mean? Yesterday was our biggest argument. And we don't, it's not a yelling argument. It's
Nothing.
Yeah. But it was. So today, here's a quick headline thing. Today we went with Trump and the release of the Georgia thing. We're going to do that right after Kim's news. David Katz has great takes on all this. He's a remarkable guest. If you haven't heard him, I recommend you stay tuned for that. But I also got the Ryan Seacrest announcement on. We did that in the first hour. Now, what would have been the better clickbaity thing to have, Jefferson Graham? You're the expert.
Trump, Georgia.
Trump, Georgia. Good. That's what we went with. Love it.
There's
All
never
right,
been
he's
anything
Jefferson-
like this.
Have Jefferson Graham join us again. How about next Thursday?
All
right.
How about at 10:35? What do you say?
I think I'm the most honest human being, perhaps, that God ever created.
All right, Jeff. Thank you. Jefferson Graham, everybody. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So.